Hi folks, welcome back to MetaBox Tutorials. An author bio is a great asset for any blog where you can display all information about the author behind each post. WordPress just shows the name of the author by default. So, you should have a section for their bio to let readers know more about the author who made the fantastic contents. Moreover, it also helps build credibility with your readers and can strengthen your site's authority. In this practice, let's find out how to have a section like this in every post on your site. You can see that there may be some extra information about the author that WordPress does not support by default. So I will use custom fields to store them. Since we use the custom fields to store some of the author information, we need the MetaBox plugin for the framework to do that. You can download it directly from WordPress.org. We also need some MetaBox extensions to have some advanced features. You can install them individually or use MetaBox all-in-one. Here are the extensions that we will use in this practice. MB Relationships. Usually, you can set an author for each post in a specific section that WordPress provides by default. But, you can set only one author for a post. In the case that there is more than one author who made the post, then, we need the relationship feature, provided by this extension, allowing us to set multiple authors for a post. MB User Meta. Each author will be a user on your WordPress site. There are some default fields to input some basic information for each user. For the extra ones, we need custom fields. And, this extension allows us to assign custom fields to users. MB Views. It helps to create a template for the section displaying the author information on the post. MetaBox Builder. It provides an easy-to-use UI to create custom fields easily. MetaBox Group. This is optional, based on the structure of fields as you want. You may want to use this extension to group the field together for better organization. MB Admin Columns. This is optional as well. I want to see the name of the author on the dashboard to easily manage which post from which author. So this extension comes handy. Let's get started. As mentioned, each author might have an account on the website. So, they can set up a post on their own. We had another tutorial on how people can submit a post, manage, and review it as a guest. You can dig into it for more detail. In this case, I assume that they have the authority to submit the post already. I will create some fields for their account like this. Go to MetaBox and create the fields. They are all the basic and typical fields. So I made no special settings. Just used some groups to group the same kind of information together. After having all the fields, move to the Settings tab. Set the location as user. Then, on the user profile page, you will see the fields. Just input information of the author. As mentioned, we should create a relationship to connect posts to the author who created them. Go to Meta Box, Relationships, and create a new one. We have the From and To sections with the same structure of settings here. Since MetaBox supports a bidirectional relationships, these two sections are just for separate two objects to connect. They do not regulate the orientation of the connection. You can put one of those objects into any section. I set this as post, and set the post type here. And this is user. In both sections, you will have these settings if you activate the MB-admin columns extension. When you check this option, there'll be a column in the dashboard to show which authors are related to the post like this. In the Field tab of each section, you can set the label for the relationship that shows in the post editor. Now, go to the user profile page. You will have a field to choose which posts were contributed by this user. As well as, in a post editor, you also can choose an author or more for the post. Let's go ahead to show the author's information on the page of each post. Go to Views and create a new template for the author bio section. In the Template tab, you can insert fields from the list in the right sidebar to display the wanted information from those fields. In this case, we will display information of the authors who are set in the relationship field. So, we should query that relationship. Go to the Query tab. You can see the ID of the relationship that we created. There are two options here to query from. Look at the fields where we set the author for the post. Here it is. So, choose this option. Some lines of code will be generated automatically. This line is to query the users following the relationship. This is the ID of the created relationship. By the way, there will be multiple authors set in the relationship field. So there is a loop here to get them all. To display each author's information, just insert some fields as usual inside this loop. Look for them in the User tab. No matter what the information is from the default fields or custom fields, they're all on the list. Just choose them one by one. After getting all of the information of the author as you want, move to the settings section of the view. Set the type as singular, and the location is the name of any post type that we set the author for. This settings helps to assign this template to all the singular pages of that post type. As well as, you can choose a suitable position for this author bio section on the page. Go to a singular page now. You will see all the expected author information displayed. We should style this section a bit. To have a better look for the section, go back to the created template. Add some div tags and classes for each information. Then go to the CSS tab. Add some code. Back to the page on front end. The new look has been done. That's done in the end of today's tutorial. If you want to try more interesting things, please watch other tutorials on this channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe us for more tutorials. Bye.